19 Nocturne Boulevard presents 1995.
More delays for the space shuttle.
Fit, you must acquit. What's up with this virtual Game Boy?
In comment to rumors of royal divorce.
Does that mean you pay for it and just pretend?
And now back to The Prisoner of Hancock House. Season 1, Episode 6.
Do you know anything about this Hancock guy?
Such as?
Did he torture small animals, wet the bed?
What are you thinking?
The McDonald triad.
Not my area.
Psychological indicators that someone in childhood may have the tendencies of a future serial killer. What they have in common.
Interesting. So?
Roger's medical history only goes back to 1973. He was in his mid-60s when he died, I mean. He was born in 1927.
You got into the confidential medical records?
Not legally, of course, but we're not cops.
Oh. What about before the 70s?
Lost in a fire. Pre-computerization.
Do we know anything?
Healthy enough. Typical for his age. Didn't see the doctor very often.
Was his body in the house?
Yes, it was confirmed that one of the bodies in the wreckage was Mr. Hancock.
How did he die?
I don't think we're there yet.
But, fine.
So, you saw Roger's ghost, and?
The niece.
Did she see Roger's ghost?
She offered us coffee.
Made herself right at home.
No, I mean, she was gone before he manifested. He was in the dining table.
The dining room?
Right in the middle of the table.
Oh my gosh, is that a real ghost?
Stay back. Garrett? Reading?
Who are you people?
Temperature drop, 10 degrees. Light meter not responding.
But he's glowing. Why doesn't it register?
Don't distract them. You want to do the talking, ghost boy?
I couldn't even make words. I'd never seen a ghost before. The only time they actually manifest during a seance is if I'm gone.
Quite an eye-opener.
So, as a medium, you speak to ghosts, or channel them, but as a psychic, you never encountered one?
I'm not that kind of sensitive. I get flashes of insight, generally about people around me. Living people.
Yes?
Something about the team leader.
Morgan.
An injury.
The ghost hurt her?
No, this was previous. They pulled her out of recovery. Don't you have records on your own people? Or was there a fire there, too?
Well?
I don't know. Is it important? Yeah, I can check.
When we break.
Will that be soon?
A little longer. What did Roger say?
He didn't even realize he was dead.
You said he was standing in the table, and he didn't catch on.
He wasn't looking down?
What did he actually say?
He kept asking who we were, if we were going to help him. He just seemed confused.
You've spoken to ghosts. Isn't that typical?
Not usually ones so recently deceased.
Did you see the body?
Nothing turned up when we searched.
Interesting phrasing, but is that a yes or a no?
Only in dreams.
Are you oniric as well?
Isn't it enough to be psychic and a medium?
We'll come back to it.
I've never been a dream latent, no.
How do you know he was recently deceased?
Ghosts can't dial phones?
You'd be surprised how many ghosts can manifest physically. At least for a little while.
Really? I guess I would then.
Was there anything you actually saw that made it clear he was recently deceased?
The mail on the table was only a day old. Physical or not, I doubt he went out to the mailbox on the street to get it all glowing and ectoplasmic.
Noted. Observations like that make you sound like a trained investigator.
I watch a lot of cop shows. You know, Law and Order, Homicide.
And before the incident?
What?
Those shows are pretty recent. If you thought to check the mail back then, you must have been thinking about some different kind of a show.
Fine. Dragnet, then. Murder, She Wrote. Who cares?
Of course, it could have been the niece that brought it in.
When Roger's ghosts appeared, where was everyone?
The leader, Morgan, was in the dining room doorway. The tech, Judge's brother, was just inside the door. A double open pair of glass doors, like French doors, from the hall into the room.
Yes?
And I was in the hall, just stunned. The others, Ava was shoved back by the other one, into the living room across the hall. I saw her stumble a little as she backed onto the carpet from the wood floor.
And the niece?
She'd gone on through, past the stairs into the kitchen.
How did you know it was the kitchen?
I would have guessed anyway, since she said she was going for coffee, but we checked right after that.
Did Roger say anything else?
Mr. Hancock, you called for help? And we're here.
But everything was locked. I can't get out.
Right. Well, Betty let us in.
Betty?
Your niece.
I'm an only child. I don't have a niece.
"19 Nocturne Boulevards, The Prisoner of Hancock House" features Michael Coleman as Mark Stockman, Kimberly Poole as Agent Cook, Mark Olson as Agent Zachary, Tanya Milojevic as Agent Morgan, Jay Langajines as Roger Hancock, Reese Torres Miller as Agent Hawk, James Leeper as Agent Garrett Judge, and Julie Hoverson as Ava Donner. The Prisoner of Hancock House was written by Julie Hoverson. Sound editing was done by Julie Hoverson and Justin C.R. Charles. The show's theme music was composed by Dane Russell Leonardson. Voices in the opening credits include Gwendolyn Jensen Woodard, Sarah Golding, Terry Cooper, and Julie Hoverson. The 19 Nocturne Boulevard theme, Netherworld Shanty, was composed by Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech.com. Sound effects were licensed from SoundSnap, Pro Sound Effects, and Free Sound Effects, or used under a Creative Commons license. All persons, places, and things in this episode are fictitious or used in a fictitious manner, and any resemblance to people living, dead, or undead is purely coincidental. Many thanks to our Patreon supporters. For a full list of cast members, and to find out how to help support the show, please email us at 19nocturne@live.com or check out our Facebook page. We love to hear from people.